Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my foundation routine and how I do my foundation, what I do to prep before, and how I make my foundation look as flawless as it does. Not saying that it's perfect, but it's pretty close. So yeah, if you'd like to see this, then keep on watching. I will go in with the Pore Perfecting Toner by Dickinson's. It's original witch hazel, and several people have mentioned this to me, but I never really took into consideration that, you know, I needed to take care of my skin like that till it started getting worse. It started getting worse since I came to Miami. Like, the humidity here is so bad. It was so bad to my skin, at least. But I just go ahead and take a cotton ball. Obviously you can use whatever it is that you prefer, but I use a cotton ball and I just kind of like soak it a little, not too much because you don't want it to like be overbearing on your face and then you have to wait for it to dry. But I just take a cotton ball like that and go over my skin. So I use the it's by Valjean Labs, I think that's what it's called. It was $6 at Marshall's and it comes in a tube like this. It has vitamin C and magnesium. It's a facial serum, so I kind of just like drop some on my face. Not so much, just because I am oily. I have not been using moisturizer lately. And just to simplify, I have oily skin and I do live in Miami, so it is very easy for me to be really oily throughout the day and for me to get cakey really fast. So I stopped using moisturizer and it has honestly been the best thing. I know you are supposed to moisturize, and I do before I go to bed every night, but I just stopped recently and I've just been witch hazel, glow facial serum, and then I start applying my regular things for my foundation. So going forward, I have been using the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Primer, but if I don't use this, pick up the Rimmel London Mattifying Stay Matte Makeup Primer. This is my go-to. Like, if I don't have this, or even if I do have this and I'm just kind of like in a rush, this is the one that I do pick up because I still do prime my face regardless. So for today's look though, I am going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Primer. But a cheaper alternative is the Stay Matte Mattifying Makeup Primer by Rimmel London. And if you have not seen my Fenty Beauty applications and thoughts video, it will be in the description box below, so you can check that out. My grandma always said that you're always supposed to push in. I always do the opposite. I need to take what she says into consideration. I'm going to be mixing the Revlon Colorstay foundation for combination oily skin in the color 310. Matte Poreless Fit Me foundation by Maybelline in the color 330 Toffee Caramel. So just kind of like, this is actually still full. I don't even really use a lot just because it is super dark. I am like in between a lot of shades right now just because, like I told you, I live in Miami. So I'm either super tan one day or I have lost all my color because I don't go out. I'll just put one squirt of the Colorstay. Kind of just really gives me like a really good mixture of the two, and I just grabbed something to mix it with. These two are really good for people with combination to oily skin. I have oily skin, like I said. I T-zone like I dipped my face in a pot of grease. So I have textured skin and I have some pigmentation, very light, but it is still very much there. And then I'm going to go in with my handy dandy Tarte Shape Tape concealer. But if I was not using this Maybelline Fit Me concealer, I use the lightest color because I like a really bright under eye. So I think I use Fair or Fair Medium. I'll have it in the description box, but yeah, that is the cheaper alternative, but a good version, like same thing. I do feel like the product itself got smaller, like higher price and less of a product, smaller too. I'm gonna look for an older one that I have to compare it, but I have used that one for years. And I definitely do feel like Maybelline shrunk in size. I'm sure I told you guys, but I like to do my eye concealer last because I like for it to get a little tacky. So I'll do the chin, the nose, and then the forehead, and just like even everything else out. And then wait for a little bit for it to get tacky, and then I'll go in and do it. I just feel like it doesn't crease when I do that. Maybe it's just a mind thing, but I'm just gonna flip it over. And okay, this is the color Light. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can y'all see this? So before I go in with the setting powder, I like to like look up and just kind of like buff this out before I apply anything to my eyes, just because I like to smooth out the wrinkles, and I learned that trick from Nicole Guerrero. Like that. So I set my entire face with setting powder and pat. I do not rub, I do not swipe, I pat. Long lasting, full coverage. Pat, don't swipe. After I do that, I just kind of let like the excess under eye and nose and chin and kind of like powder wherever it is that I'm super oily, which is mainly my T-zone. I will let it sit for a bit, and then I'll go in with the Maybelline. Okay, we're doing a full face Maybelline today. I'll go in with the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in 235 Pure Beige, and I'll just swirl my brush around it, and then I'll get all the part where it actually is my color. And I will go down my neck with that because I don't use the pressed powder for my neck. And then I'll go in and do the under eyes, the eyes. Take off the nose, but at this point it's like whatever is on the brush. This brush is it's a BH Cosmetics 114 brush. I'm going to use the Badescu facial spray with aloe herbs and rosewater. This one, and I just drench my face, like literally drench it. Part of drenching my face is because of how many powders that I do put on. Helps it kind of melt into the skin and look as if it is skin-like. And I tend to realize that like it looks really nice now, but it looks even better after you've like completed your entire makeup, you know, and you've worn it for a little bit. I just feel like your like natural oils, even if you did just wipe everything off, eventually tend to seep through, and just the little amount that does come through it makes the foundation look amazing without overbearing it with excessive oil. I'm going to finish the rest of my face off of camera, and I will be back to show you the finished look. That was pretty much it for my full coverage, flawless foundation routine, however I paraphrase that. still up in the air. But yeah, this is pretty much how it looks. I will have all of the items that I used in the description box below. I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope, why do I keep spitting, yo? I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope you give it a thumbs up. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, all of the above. And stay tuned for the next video. I can never close out my video, like, I can never do it. It's just, I'm so awkward.